The cycle of addiction can be quite confusing to most. However, it doesn't need to be. The best way to begin deciphering the cycle of addiction and relapse is by looking at step 1 of the 12 steps. Step 1 says, we admitted we were powerless, that our lives had become unmanageable.
Once you understand material from different 12-step groups, it becomes clear that a user will keep using unless they become honestly willing to take action to change their life. When an addict or alcoholic admits powerlessness, they're admitting to two different things. The first is physical powerlessness. This is also known as a compulsion to continue to use. In other words, when I start using, I cannot seem to stop on my own. The second piece, being mentally powerless, also known as the mental obsession, is the inability to stay away from the substance once clean and sober. In other words, when I stop using, I cannot stay stopped. The last piece, and sometimes most misunderstood, is the unmanageability. This is a sense of restlessness, being irritable, and discontent with life's circumstances. This may also include being depressed, having anxiety, or other emotional issues. When the person is abstinent, this unmanageability starts to creep up and becomes unbearable. The obsession slowly creeps back in, and the person starts to believe that they can control their drinking or using. Maybe they start to believe that they can get away with just one or two. After they succumb to the desire, the physical compulsion grabs a hold of them and they cannot stop using. If the substance user continues to think they can do it on their own and refuses help, they will continue to struggle. This becomes a cycle for people who do not want to surrender their ego to the recovery process. When the substance user thinks they can do it on their own, the unmanageability always crops up and becomes too much to handle. The mental obsession kicks in and they eventually start using again. And then the physical compulsion takes a hold. Getting clean and sober is all about accepting step 1, then believing in the help available and taking action to make the necessary changes in their life. If you or someone you know is struggling, please feel free to reach out to Surfside.